So Hacker Lab started 5 years ago as a resource to bring people together around entrepreneurship, education, and technology. So today we host over 600 members throughout the region. We have 2 facilities, including partnerships with educational institutions and large enterprises. And we provide a resource for people to come together of all backgrounds to learn new skills and to access hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of tools and equipment so they can create anything that they can think of.
Well, the Hacker Lab has been a really consistent resource for me, finding programmers, finding makers, finding people that can take an idea and then physically make it. And it's always people who are on the cutting edge. It's people who are really collaborative, who like working together, like doing new things. And so it's just been an invaluable resource for me.
I moved into Hacker Lab about 2.5 years ago, and it just made a huge difference in what I could produce, how much of it I could produce, as well as gave an overall design change in how I presented my jewelry.
It's a lot harder to actually do it in your own place, in your own shop. You don't have access to the right amount of equipment, and to actually access that kind of equipment is expensive. And not only that, when you're at your own house or your own shop, you don't have the type of input you get from just being around about other entrepreneurs who can pick holes in what you're doing and give you advice on how to fix that and improve that.
Our machines are like gateways. They're like magic doors that a person learns how to use a machine, that magic door opens for them, and they're able to take their idea and create something completely new.
There's equipment here that I would never be able to afford on my own. And outside of a university or another college, you can't get that stuff anywhere.
And over the past 5 years, we've helped over 100 early stage tech startups be conceived and then actually have the resources to prototype and gain traction. I've seen it time and time again of our members coming in, creating something, launching it to the world, hiring people, hiring students, hiring professionals, and growing the business.
I think we're a very important part of the community. I think all the spaces that participate in our region are very important parts of the community. I think that we provide a place where people can come and learn and to grow and to basically expand on their ideas and build their dreams.
So the grant would mean that the community for Hacker Lab gets much, much larger. And the community for us means everything. We have hired several folks out of the Hacker Lab community to join our company.
That's one of the best aspects of the Hacker Lab, is that I can get a really wide range of opinions here. I'm not just getting opinions of metal workers. I'm not just getting opinions from woodworkers. I'm getting opinions from architects, graphic designers, computer programmers, photographers. I get input from all of those fields, and that helps me kind of shape each product and each piece.
Before I found out about Hacker Lab, I was in my lab alone working on things, and a friend of mine came to me and said, "John, you've been alone too long. I'm going to go buy you a burger and I'm going to take you to a new place." And I'm thinking, okay, fine, we'll go get a burger, whatever. He took me to Hacker Lab and it was like, the sky opened up.
I have tools, manufacturing tools here where I do a lot of, in addition to design, I also do a fair amount of prototyping. So I have to design something, or if I need to show something to a client to what it looks like, there's a machine shop here, there's all these tools that I can use for that. And also just the networking aspects as well. 90% of my business has been built off of contacts and just networking that I've done here at Hacker Lab, and some of those have been fairly lucrative for me.
The grant gives us an opportunity to develop strategic programs that can reach out into the community with more depth, and it gives us a fantastic opportunity to really give a new face to Hacker Lab.
Grant helps me by expanding my capacity. I go from 15 students to 30 students. I have 3 classrooms, whereas right now I have 1 classroom and a shop space. And it also gives the Hacker Lab, and therefore me, more access to tools like a kiln, potentially a furnace, a CNC lathe. It just quadruples our electrical capacity, and right now that's what our cap is. We don't have enough electricity for all the tools.
There's been times when I'll come here in the evening and we've got 5 classes scheduled and only so much space for all of the people. And one of them ends up being like an 80-person meetup or something. And so we're all running around with our hair on fire trying to find a place for everyone to exist.
Having these additional facilities, additional workspace would mean more relationships. Right now we are physically limited by the amount of tools, hours in the day, space for storage of product.
It would be a great opportunity if we were able to get the Rails grant and be able to expand and have more space to educate people, provide them more tools, and allow us the opportunity to serve our community better.
I read that tech jobs in Sacramento, you create one tech job and you create 5 more jobs that are grown out of that tech job. So when you have somebody develop a new idea, come up with a new product, you're directly helping Sacramento grow. And it's such a cool place. I mean, Sacramento is like the ideal place to live. And if we could just get people to take their ideas and cause a tech explosion here, that would be so great for Sacramento.
When I was a kid, I used to have product ideas. I used to like the idea of becoming an inventor, but I didn't know where to start. My parents weren't inventors or engineers, and to me, it was a dream that was totally unobtainable. Part of the reason I got involved with Hacker Lab was to change that, to create a resource where people can come together and they can learn these skills, and then they can access this equipment and totally demystify this world of entrepreneurship and invention.